Occasionally, you might be asked to add or subtract some fractions. Let's have a look at how we can do some simple versions of those. So let's have 2/3, and we'll make this nice and simple as an example, and we'll add 1/4. Okay. You may have been taught to do this using what we call equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are where we try and make the same denominator. So for 4 and 3, our lowest common multiple is 12. So to get to 12, I'd have to multiply this fraction by 12 and this fraction by 3. Okay, so let's see what happens if I do that. Okay, so I would end up with, oops, that did not work well. I would end up with 8, and then 3 times by 4 is the 12 that we're looking for. And with the other fraction, I'm multiplying it by 3, so I'd end up with 3, and again I end up with the 12 that I'm looking for. So when I add the two together, now that the fractions are both equivalent, I can see that I've got 8 plus 3 is 11/12. The other method, and I'll use this one as an example again, just so you can see that both work, is to take the 2/3 added to the quarter, to multiply the two denominators together, which would give us 12, and then to multiply diagonally, always by the top left first, so that goes 4 times 2 is 8, and then add the other diagonal, which is 3 times 1, so add 3. You can see that method also gets us to the 11/12. Both of these can be used for addition or subtraction, so let's have a look at a subtraction example. Let's just get rid of this. Okay, so with subtraction, let's go for an example such as 5, 6 minus, let's say 2/9. Okay, so again, I could look for lowest common multiples here. So for 6 and 9, the lowest common multiple is 18. So I could multiply the first fraction by 3. So it would give me 15/18. And the second fraction I'd have to multiply by 2. So I'd end up with 4/18. And now I've got those equivalent fractions. You can see that I can just take 4 away from 15 to get 11/18. The other method, exactly the same as with the addition, would be to take the 5/6, subtract the 2/9, and to multiply the two denominators together. So in this case, 6 times by the 9 is going to give me 54. So we've got that. And then diagonally, we've got the 4 times by the 5 is 45. Subtract the 2 by the 8. And you can see now why we do it top left first. So we're always subtracting correctly. So 2 times by the 6, which is 12. And that simplifies to make 33/54. And if I divide both by 3 now, I can get 11/18. So the same answer. The one thing to be aware of when you are adding or subtracting fractions is just to be keen on your lowest common multiples so that you can make equivalent fractions if that makes it easier for you.